Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. So how was day 12? How was your day? Mine was exhausting, but a lot of fun. We got up this morning and headed down to downtown Vancouver. We had to walk from the campground over to the shopping mall, which is about a 5-minute walk away. We got there. I got to tell you, this was hilarious. We got there on the to the bus stop. They were doing construction, so they pointed at, and I'm like standing there. Like, one bus stop's got construction signs all over it, the other one's free. I'm just saying, which side of the street are we supposed to be on? And one of the construction workers came over, and we said, we're trying to catch the bus into Vancouver, into downtown. And she said, you need to go over here behind. You have to go around here. They're meeting just down the way there at that other bus stop, because we're doing construction on this one. So I said, and this is the one that goes into downtown. Yep. So we went and we waited, and the bus came along that we knew the number of, because the resort had given us a piece of paper that had the bus numbers on it. And so we get onto the bus, and I got my $5 out. They only take coins or the the tap and go thing on your card. And I'm like, they said, we only take coins or Visa or MasterCard. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I go and I pull out my Visa, and I'm like, what do I do with it? And I said, well, where do I put it in? And they says, you got to tap it. And I'm like, well, mine doesn't tap. And Mum's like, mine does. And so she says, well, I want to do 3 people. He says, well, you're going to have to do one. You got to pay one person at a time. So she taps it the first time. And then she goes to tap it, and the guy says, you can only tap one once with the same credit card. And we're like, well, we have no other way to do this. And so he ended up, because we're holding everybody up, so he lets us on the bus. So $3 for the 3 of us to go downtown. So we get downtown, missed our stop because I wasn't paying attention. Walked down to the waterfront there, down to Canada Place. Went to the visitor centre so I could show Mum the big, and they got this huge wall that has all these live plants on it, and because I wanted Mum to see it, because I thought that she would enjoy it, and she did. And then we talked with one of the people there for a little bit. Then we went over to Canada Place, and Disney Wonder was in, as well as Norwegian Jewel were in that day, doing a complete turnover. So we wandered down one side of the cruise terminal a little bit, watching the shoreside loading and unloading of stuff off the Disney Wonder. So there was stuff that was coming off and stuff going on. So we're watching them, how they were doing that, because they had to have a crane that lifted it down to the area that went into the ship, because that piece of the ship wasn't level with the pier. It was actually below the pier. So watched that. Then we wandered around a little bit and found a place to have lunch, and watching the seaplanes take off and land in the harbour there. And then we started walking again. And we walked, and we walked, and we walked all the way along the seawall, into Stanley Park, and probably not far into the park. We got to the information centre there and stopped for ice cream. And we figured, okay, we've got to find somewhere to get ice cream, because we need coins so we can get back on the bus. So we found a place where they did ice creams. We got our ice creams and that. Made sure we got the change in coins so that we could have our $3 each in coins, because here in Canada they have $1 coins and $2 coins. So we needed our coins to get on the bus. So then, of course, we turned around and we walked back some of the way we had come to get to the bus stop to get back to the campground. So we get onto the bus, and there's this big yellow covering the machine where the coins go, and it says out of order. And we looked at the guy, and we've got our coins in our hand, and we said, we only have coins. He turns around and he says, if you only have money, you're riding for free today. So we got off the bus for free to come back over to buy the campground there, and we got dropped off at the mall. And but while we're on the bus, my mum goes and sits down. There's 2 seats become available, so my mum goes and sits down, and she's next to this lady, and then this other lady comes and sits next to her. And the lady on her left, there was a woman facing the front, Mum sitting on the side there, and this woman starts, we don't know what started or anything, but this one woman on the bus starts going, this woman that's sitting next to Mum, about Trump, about America, and she was livid. And we're like, what on earth? And so Dad says, what's she saying? I said, well, I'm not really sure. I said, we'll get the scoop from Mum when we get off the bus. So Mum gets off the bus, and we're like, what the heck was going on? She said, well, this one was just attacking her about America and Trump and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I said, well, I heard something about planes going into Sears Tower, and this woman's said something about that she knew it was true because she had been on the water there watching it happen. And I'm like, Sears Tower didn't get hit by a plane that I know of, unless it's some new news that I haven't heard yet. But anyway, this woman insisted that she was there and saw Sears Tower getting hit by planes, so don't know what planet she was on, but she had really cool earrings on. I must say that she had really cool earrings on. She had these Indian catcher, the dream catcher type earrings on. They were really cute. But anyway, she's who she is. She has her opinion on everything. That's fine. And Mum kept asking the other woman if she was okay, and the other woman says, yes, she's fine, and didn't want to switch seats with Mum because that would have set this woman off again. But we had a great day. We got to see some great sights, and that got to watch the planes taking off and landing as we walk around the waterfront. Got to see some really cute boat houses that are there in the marina in Vancouver. Got to see some really nice yachts. What else? Oh, we got to see the boat shed sculpture that's like up on these poles, and so I'll post pictures of all of that later on. But we just had a really great day, and we got back here, so we went to the mall and got me some more water because I was out of water, and walked back to the RV park, got to the camper, pulled the phone out. We had walked 6 miles today, over 13,000 steps. So for those in New Zealand, that's 9.6 kilometers that we had walked today. So my poor little feet are like protesting, and I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, we still have Brashart Gardens to do tomorrow. So tomorrow morning we're getting picked up at between 7:30 and 7:45 in the morning, and taken on a tour from Vancouver over to Victoria. We've got like a whole 12-hour thing. We get taken on the ferry over there. We get bussed down to Victoria, to the Brashart Gardens, and to downtown Victoria and stuff. But it's a whole 12-hour day. So, and then we get dropped back here. So by the time we get back to the RV, it'll probably be about 14 hours for us tomorrow. So I may be on late tomorrow, but today was good. We did a lot of walking. But it was a lot of fun. She's looking a little pink. The sun came out today. Did I tell you it was raining yesterday? And today was absolutely beautiful. It started off wet this morning, so we take our jackets with us and everything else. Didn't need them. Did not need them. So I'm going to go have a shower so we can have an early night, so we can make sure we're there, bright, ready to go. We're going to go make our lunches. We took lunches with us today, so we're going to make our lunch take with us again tomorrow. And tomorrow we get to see Brashart Gardens, which I have wanted to see for so long. So I'm really, really happy to be able to do that. But today was a good day out walking, seeing some gorgeous boats, yachts. It was just an absolutely beautiful day. There were actually a lot of people out for being a Monday. For being a Monday, there was a lot of people out walking along the seawall. It was great. And they actually have the seawall split into two separate areas. So you've got the pedestrian area, and then you have bike lanes, which is for bikes only. So I got some pictures of that too, and it was just really cute because you're biking through like a tree tunnel through under the trees there. It's really cute. And they've got yes, they allow bikes in this area and pedestrians in this area, and they have little crossing lanes, pedestrian crosswalks for the pedestrians to get across the bike area and that sort of stuff. So, and then we noticed that once you get into Stanley Park, it's a one-way cycle trail. So we're not sure if you've got to go all the way around Stanley Park to get to the ones that go the other direction, that head back towards downtown, or what the story is. We got back to the campsite today and found that the little van that was next to us yesterday has moved. We have new neighbours, which was actually the campsite, which was one site over from him. He was the other side. He's moved closer to us. And I'm hearing music like an ice cream truck. Might have to go and investigate. Is that an ice cream truck?
Yes, it is, but you're on the phone.
Oh, I have to go. We're going to go get ice cream. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. Hei konera.